What is going on, everyone? My name's Boyd, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the bottom of the map in the blue color, playing as Oranos. His name is Kimo. His opponent today in the red color, playing as Zeus. His name is Mariano. Kimo and Mariano. The map is Midgard. These are just some random Voobly ladder games. Saw them in the saw Kimo hosting with Mariano in there. I was like, man, that'll be good games to watch. Kimo won that first game with some strong Oranos play on Oasis. Now moving over onto Midgard, and we'll see how Mariano approaches this one. But Kimo's shown he can play this map very, very well. He's got some tricks up his sleeves, and Oranos is actually quite strong on this map because it's one of the few maps where you can really abuse the speed of the Bareems. And it's really more like a hit and run kind of tactic. You have to have sort of high APM and really, really smart decision making in order to do much with Oranos here on the water. But you can get a lot of value out of just abusing the speed and hitting fishing ships and forcing your opponent's APM to be spent on garrisoning fishing ships in docks and things like that. And then if you check out the map, there's going to be a bunch of fishing spots here. Like these ones are probably going to be relatively safe here for Mariano, but things that are a little bit further away from the shore, like here, those spots, a little bit easy to attack, a little bit good for those raids. So the way I like to play this as Zeus, if I get the chance, is you want to kind of dock near these things, and then you just play very defensively, and you try and get Mythic Age as fast as you possibly can, or even Heroic Age through Dionysus is a good idea as well. Getting the Scala out, and you can kind of put the docks here. Defend here with Trireme, get an early Salt and Persine, and we'll see how it goes. Now, fishing ships pumping out for Kimo. Kadaskopos coming through, searching out everything he needs to know. Unfortunately for Kimo, he's only got 4 berries here, so I'm not sure that's enough food to advance, but could be wrong. 400 food. Plus the 100 food from the cow, 150 food from the cow. I think it is enough. And he's found another cow, so he should be totally fine. Should be totally fine. Now we see Kimo checking out the dock. He sees it. Well, he sees a house with the oracle. He should spot that dock later. So he has an idea of where to send his oracle, so he may see 430 oracle aggression, but I don't know how much I like it on this map. The oracle aggression, it's a bit too far away. You can't really get much value out of it. Jason comes out, Odysseus comes out, and then you have to deal with that. There's a second dock coming up for Mariano. Unfortunately, he doesn't know about his map. He doesn't know that this is where his dock should go. This dock's not bad. There's still 2 lots of fish over here, plus a couple of the perch over here. Oh no, that's more salmon. He's got some good salmon over here. Not the worst, but he will have to throw up his 3rd dock on this location here just to protect his fishing spots. Temple's already up for Kimo, going up through Prometheus. Looks like it's a touch late. Not sure why. On this map, with the fish this good, I think you shouldn't ever be late on that one. I could be wrong. It may be fine. No, it is late. It's very late. Looks like it's 10 seconds late, or just over 10 seconds late. Anyways, there's the Athena coming through from Mariano. There is a forward gold mine here. This wouldn't be a bad idea to go for a Minotaur Hoplite Rush. Hit this. It's very difficult to defend for Oranos, especially if he decides to make a couple of Bareem and his economies shaped this way. Because you can't make those Myrmidon, because you don't have the food. Only having, 9 fishing ship? Well, you've got quite a few, 11 fishing ship. I actually really like this from Kimo. Extra fishing ship needs a house, but it's going to be fine. There's the oracles coming in. Going to be hitting this location. Got to throw up a house here or something, block this off. Doesn't do it in time. Mariano going to have to retreat off that wood line. He does have a wood line over here he can move to, but that storehouse is really bad. He bolted the low HP. He bolted the low HP Oracle as well. That's super unfortunate. Jason coming out. Promethean Offspring coming through. We do have the Minotaur now to defend. I think the Minotaur sort of beats the Oracles as well. It's really weak units. Now we see the Jason coming through, pushes these guys back. Athena is the god of choice. I'm honestly a little bit surprised we haven't seen some sort of military academy stable shenanigans here for Mariano, but I guess he's wanting to play a little bit more defensive. We see the Bareems coming in here. Trireme will force the Bareem out. Nice micro from Kimo to prevent any HP loss there. Realizes that's a waste of time. Now the Promethean Offspring. Going to move around this side. Hit this location here. Odysseus, Jason, and Minotaur should move forward here. You should be attacking with them. Get the Catastropus there as well. Not happening. Not happening. Whittle. Okay, we're throwing away one Bareem now. A little bit unfortunate throw him. There's no trireme on this side. So this is where you really got to abuse that speed of the Bareem. Don't just send them one side. Realize, okay, he's over there. Send a couple of the other side. Now we've got the raids coming in there. He's already a wall here. Jason, Odysseus, Minotaur back here. We'll spot this, and he should just turn around with these units, come over and defend. Looks like Kimo's trying to get the land pressure happening while he's attacking on the water. And Mariano still hasn't reacted to this. He needs to throw up some military buildings, but it looks like he's trying. This looks like he's trying to go semi-fast mythic. Oh, sorry, semi-fast heroic here. If we check it out, yeah, he's going. He's looking like he's going for it, and he can just defend. He doesn't have ceasefire though. He can just get up. There's the stable military academy. Not sure. He's got his watchtowers. No defense on his watchtowers. Minotaur comes in, bashes one of those Murmillo away, and that's going to force those units back. He needs to put some wall segments around this tower because it is a vitally important tower, as well as this one. He hasn't gone for it just yet, though. Murmillo hero attacking this location. We've got the military academy is now coming up for Mariano because he hasn't started building units anymore, and he's going to be staying in the classical age. He needs to throw up like 4 or 5 military units just to spend all his resources. Nice usage of the Minotaur special attack. Still not getting any kills there. We do see Kimo making an attack onto this temple here. Surprised to see him not making an attack over onto the dock here as well. While this is all going on, you can definitely get some cheeky business going on with the multiple attacks. The temple's still alive for the time being. Minotaur almost taking down. Does pick him off, but he gets off another special attack. So some strong value out of that. Now the units here going to push this back. Repair your temple, my friend. Repair it. We do see all the units are fighting this. Imagine if that tower was still alive. Going to have to retreat away, and the temple's going to be going down here. He's got all the buildings pumping units here. Another option could be to just wall behind the temple off while this is all going on so he can protect this gold mine. Does have 1,200 gold left in it, so it's vitally important that he does protect it. We just see him looking like he's going for a second town center. And Kimo is going for his own second town center while this is all going on. Or he's sneaking the gold mine, looks like. Sneaking the gold mine. Cheeky. And I think Kimo may have spotted that, actually. No, he's looking like he's aiming for this location. Very lucky for Mariano to hold on to that. There's the Carabalster coming out. Got to be careful about that one. Costs a lot of resources. Very out of position at the moment. Now, Kimo's going to lose a couple of units here. Trying to take down the wall. Nice defense by Mariano for the time being. Bareems do make their way through here, and it's looking like... Where'd the rest of them go? Looks like for some reason he lost quite a few coming onto this fishing line. This is exactly what I was talking about. You just come in, hit and run. Force the fishing ship into the dock, or if not into the dock, you pick him off. Almost loses one there. Or two, right? No, just almost loses one. And the Bareems just retreat. Totally fine. There's the third town center for Kimo. Maybe rocketing ahead. Mariano needs to think about just going for a attack now. He does have restoration. Very, very important. He's got up a good amount of units here. How's the economy looking? Lots of resources in the bank. Hand axe pickaxe. Kimo on the other hand. Hand axe pickaxe himself. There's Valor for Kimo coming down yet again. But imagine a gold staff here. I mean, this gold mine over here is quite good for Kimo. It's quite good. You have to take this town center down actually in order to get a gold staff. So we'll see if that's the army movement he wants to go for. He can definitely win this fight here. Just needs to get onto those Caraballista. There's the medium upgrades. Coming through for Mariano. There's town center coming up, yeah. Player says in the chat, lacks Minotaur. You do need those Minotaur in your army with this Athena aggression because look at the heroes that are left. There's only 5 heroes. And with a restoration, you'd be able to kill most of those. Ooh, I like this army movement. You may be able to catch Kimo out of position here while the town center is going up. You do see one villager over here. He does not need to go for that gold mine. That is aggressive as all hell. We do see Mariano decided to turn around for some reason. He could have killed this town center very, very fast here. Right? He's not going for it. You see him going for the gate instead. This is a good opportunity for Mariano to go for this attack. He's going for it now. This town center is going down. There's no way that 2 villagers over here are going to be able to prevent this. And while this is going on, Kimo's going to have to retreat here. And yet again, I've got to remind you, restoration's still here. So this fight may be very, very bad for Kimo. And town center goes down, loses his Jason though, and a hoplite. But it's not that big of a deal. And now we can just see Mariano just leave here as well. And he's got control of this gold mine now. Catascopus needs to be checking out these gold mines on patrol here as well. And we do see nice usage of the Hippocon to get them onto the back of those Caraballista in the back there. Needs to send more of them in there. There's the restoration, keeping the Hippocon alive in the back. And that's going to basically win Mariano this fight. And Kimo cannot retreat from this either. He loses all of those units. All of them fall. And Mariano is so far in front right now. 130 population to 113. Do we see any sort of next stage? We do have a Hyperion coming in for Kimo, which is going to be huge. He's got 182 gold left here, and he should just sneak this gold mine for the time being, honestly, if he can. Because we'll at least be checking it. I'm surprised to see no units left there. Now I see Kimo coming in. He does have his Chaos if he wants to use it and weaken some of those hoplites and put them into his army. He does throw it down on these units. But Mariano's sticking here, deciding he wants to continue fighting. Odysseus in the back going to be able to pick off these myth units very, very fast. There's a Satyr here, 50% pierce armor. Lives for a very long time against that Odysseus, but now the Murmillo coming onto him. Nice micro from Kimo. And we will have to see Mariano retreating here. In this time, Mariano could have grabbed his 3rd town center, but he opted not to. He's got a lot of resources in the bank, but really not that much food. And the Barim raids continually happening. I love this play here from Kimo. And now Mariano has to retreat here. Now the Murmillo coming back. We've got the archery ranges coming up. I actually really like that transition into archers here because there's no Terma, and in reality you probably won't see Kimo even building any more Terma. So now Doxotes start becoming a very useful unit in your army. We just see the Murmillo coming in, trying to hit this. What do we got? Medium archers for Mariano. Kimo very, very low on resources here. And he knows he needs to get some sort of value out of this army, but the army from Mariano is just so incredibly strong here. And while it's going on, Mariano's trireme raids are just doing so much damage, and Kimo's trying to find some damage here. He's actually picked off quite a few fishing ships of Mariano, and he could actually come in and snipe this one. He does do so, it looks like. Let's pick that one off. Really nice play there from Kimo. Now we see Mariano. Ooh. Nice palace setup here for Kimo. Sort of secures this gold mine for himself and is eyeing down this town center. The town center is now back up for Kimo as well. We may be seeing like a destroyer attack on this town center. You just wait for it to go up, put like 5 or 6 destroyers in this palace. Distract with this army over the other side. And then you just take it down as soon as it's up. Or even beforehand is fine as well. See if Mariano's getting close to the next stage. He is getting close to the next stage, and he's going to be advanced. He's got 1,800 gold in the bank here. He's going through Apollo. This is huge because Kimo still hasn't clicked up to the Mythic Age, which means that this is a really, really good chance for Mariano to hit Mythic Age here. And once the Zeus gets Mythic Age, if he starts making out Myrmidon, he can beat that. He can very, very easily beat the Atlantean army. And these Toxotes are just completely shredding the Murmillo now. Really nice fight from Mariano. Kimo's still in front on the population, but it doesn't matter all too much. Now the Destroyer's coming after this location. Like I said, a little bit slow though from Kimo. From Kimo. Mariano needs to think about how he's going to defend this. I think one, you could sack it and just rush Mythic Age, or two, you can try and defend against it by sending all your units over there and trying to rush the palace down with some hoplites. We do have heavy infantry out now for Kimo. His Murmillo start looking very, very scary now. We were just throwing up some walls everywhere, and the Murmillo coming into this location. A couple of destroyers here already. Do we see a Mythic Age for Kimo? No, he's still getting upgrades. He's got no resources in the bank to speak of. Mariano's got a lot of the gold in the bank, though. Now Toxotes coming in. Got to be careful what you're targeting with them. Those destroyers, 69% pierce armor there. The Manticore doing a ton of damage, though. It does so much damage. We actually have to start seeing some Apaspers coming out, which we do see from Mariano. And he's getting attacked everywhere. He's not building units either. What's happening? Mariano's just like throwing this game completely here. Is he going to the Mythic Age? Bowsaw? Doesn't have the resources. Well, he can trade his way there, but just not making military units and not advancing. Just giving the game to Kimo here, it looks like. And the heavy Arcus coming through, sniping everything as Mariano's just throwing away units. It's not what you want to be doing here. And now Kimo can just get this town center for himself. This is looking very, very bad for Mariano. He's going to be down 2 town centers to 4 town centers. He's like, he can still advance. Sword, no, he can't advance. He doesn't have the food. Does he have any upgrades on his fishing ships? No, he's still on Persine. Kimo's given up on fish. Fair enough. Does he have a lot of farms? 3 farms. 5 farms. And we see Sky Passage starting to come up. Wonder what his idea is here. I guess a Sky Passage on this location means he can dart between his 2 town centers and deal with an underworld. Very, very smart. Because that's sort of the only option that Mariano has here. Underworlding this town center and taking for himself with a Colossus Bush or something. There's a fortress coming up now for Mariano, trying to sneak it up, but it has been spotted by the destroyers. Another Chaos coming in. Unfortunately for Kimo, there's no myth units here. And unfortunately for the destroyers, I don't think they get their bonus damage against buildings going up. They will when the foundation's complete, but they're only doing 6 damage. They do basically true damage to the foundation, but not the full 400%. And there, it's up now, and see how it starts going down with the repairing. There's the Tartarian Gate onto this location, though. Very, very difficult to defend against this attack. Town Center's still not up, but the Hero Citizen can tank for days. Another palace coming up now for Kimo. So many satyr here for Kimo as well. Just going to completely shred these units. Just like imagine these as Manticore, and Mariano has to tap out after this one. GG. Well played by Kimo, showing why he is the champion of the champions. Taking down Mariano very, very swiftly here. Mariano had a lot of chances after taking this town center down, sitting on this gold mine instead of leaving it. Would have been a very, very smart idea. And then, I don't know. I mean, there's this gold mine here that's very, very easy for Kimo to get as well. So very difficult. But I think the only option I think that might have worked here for Mariano, given the situation he was in, was potentially sacking this town center, which he basically did, and just rushing straight to the Mythic Age, getting Hephaestus, getting those armor upgrades, and then fighting back with Heliopoli and Colossus. Can definitely work, but it did not in this. He didn't go for it in this game, and Kimo does take the victory. If you enjoyed the game, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next game.